Welcome back to another episode of Music Business Advice. On this channel, we'll be going over a wide range of topics, making your journey from where you are to where you want to be in the music industry just a little bit easier. I hope you enjoyed today's episode.
I don't wanna leave them unsure. I can't be unsure. I wanna feel more. The shit you need is what you should be asking for.
Songwriting is simply another form of communication. What does that mean, Mr. Jeff Diggs?
We've had our talks about how, my communication, me specifically, I can write better than I talk.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. But at the end of the day, it's all communication. So I can outright say that I love you, or I could write a song saying, you make me feel this way at this time of day. It all means the same. And I think where a lot of artists kind of get tripped up with songwriting is they're trying to translate how somebody else feels. They're not good at translating their own feelings. They may be good at talking, but when it comes to instruments and lyrics and melody, it's foreign language.
So elaborate more so on what that means to you. What's the difference for you as far as you talking in real life versus you talking and communicating with songwriting? Articulate that difference.
So like I said, in a song you have instrumentation, you have melody, you have lyrics. For some reason, those come more natural to me rather than posture, tone, eye contact. So there's different ways you can communicate when in talking and in music. It's just the different ways in music come more natural to me.
Can you articulate the difference between you communicating using words in regular day-to-day life with people versus you communicating through your music or through songwriting specifically?
Yeah, I think it goes back to what we talk about all the time about everyday life being fast-paced, responses being fast-paced. You're the not having enough time to think about your answer or even your questions. But when I'm writing a song, I have all the time in the world. I have time to reflect on what's going on in my life, what's going on in somebody else's life if I'm writing for somebody else. I have time, which we know, thanks to Kel, we have all the time in the world, but
if you're not present, you can't
exactly
take advantage of that.
Exactly, and I think
just be present in general, which would allow you to do what you need to do. But more so, what I wanted to respond to was how come you can't take your time in real life?
That's the question, and that's something I need to do internal work on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been one to set the pace like in boxing. I've never been that one to set the pace of the fight. I've always kind of followed and gone along. But again, when I'm writing, I can set the pace. There's no one dictating the pace.
What does set the pace mean?
We talk about frequency. It's allowing yourself to get to that frequency instead of just walking into something and you have to either adapt to the frequency of the room or retreat. I have time to settle in whatever frequency I need to tap into to communicate what I need to communicate.
So setting the stage, you're leading in that sense, as opposed to what you're used to in regular life, which is kind of just going with the flow. When you're writing, it's you're the leader. You start. You set the tone. Interesting.
Yeah.
What is it? Is there another aspect of life that you are quote unquote struggling with that you're stronger with when it comes to music? Is there a part of you that gets to be released or shine that doesn't in regular life, day-to-day life?
Confidence. Like you were saying when we were just talking in the other room, who do I want to be? I can I'm more comfortable being reserved and observant in everyday life, but when I'm writing, I can be whoever. You're just hearing my voice. You're hearing through somebody else's voice the words that I wrote. There's no need for me to close up. And again, it's that internal work, bro. A lot goes into writing, bro, and why we resonate with Nas, even though we don't, we might have not been brought up the same. We resonate with certain people is they know themselves so well, where we're able to listen to a Nas song and be like, I feel you. Like, I feel like I went through this with you, even though we didn't. That goes back to the being genuine and the authenticity and all that, but starts with looking within. And a lot of artists look out when that's not where the good stuff comes from. It's what you went through, the pain, the happiness. That some people might resonate with, some people might relate to, but that shouldn't be the goal for you to relate to it. Honestly, it should be to put out the most authentic work.
And when you say relate to it, that shouldn't be the goal. Say that again with different words. What do you mean by that?
We can listen to a Nas song and feel the same way that he does without going through the same experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love that. That's why we love music. That's why.
Is that a requirement to fuck with someone's music or to get that effect? Does it have to have that element?
No, but it is a requirement for the artist if you want to stand the test of time.
So it's possible to be big but not stand the test of time if you're not having that level of connection.
Yeah, bro, that's the industry right now. You got your pockets that we listen to that we'll listen to when we're 50, possibly, but
shit, that's cold. I'm just thinking now about like most of the artists that like are A-listers that are even popping now that have been around since before we were even born. Like how there's artists like Bob Marley is the first name that comes to my mind. How this nigga was in his prime before I was born, but like I know songs. Like at my internship, I'm literally like
singing it as if you've been to a concert.
Yeah,
if you like,
you know what I'm saying. Like I'm doing work on his catalog. This nigga's not even alive. But I know the song word for word. It's like it's different than where it's like Nas. It's like there's someone that's our peer, that's around our age. But it's like how there's an artist like Whitney Houston or Michael Jackson. It's like I listen to his Christmas album.
Yes, every Christmas.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like the fact that it's still omnipresent and here.
Right.
Omnipresent today.
Right.
And it came out so long ago. It's like I feel like people discount that. They don't realize how much of an impact, how much it really connects with people. The sheer fact that half these niggas is dead.
Yeah.
And you compare that with the amount of music that's coming out every day right now, and how we don't know none of these songs. We're not gonna know any of these songs that are big now. We're not gonna listen to them in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But there's these niggas from hundreds of years ago, damn near. Well, I'm gassing it, but there's niggas. No, I'm definitely dragging it. But there's niggas from 50 years ago where their songs feel like it has that same feel every single time you hear it, the first time.
It goes back to the translation. Certain people just translate things. Let's be real. Songs are about the same basic human emotions. Yeah. Love, hate, jealousy. It's a finite spectrum.
So what's different?
It's the way you make your point, the way you express it. Michael Jackson expressed love different from Prince, different from Whitney Houston, different from Stevie Wonder. And it's the way that they communicated. Stevie with the keys, Whitney with her voice, which is why we gravitate towards them versus, I ain't trying to bag with nobody, but an artist of today that's just has a very surface level view of
ain't trying
love.
To burn no bridges.
Yeah, facts. I need all the smoke.
Nah, for real. But interesting. So, what is something else that you're trying to work on creatively, like as far as your songwriter toolkit?
think I do this well, but I could do it better. Is the empathy. Like when I write for somebody, I'd like the words to sound authentic as much as possible, and I'm enjoying like we talked about, just getting to know people. It's kind of weird writing for somebody that you don't know. It could sound good, but
what's weird about it?
There's no weight behind it. The melody could sound good, the lyrics are cool, but it's lacking in energy that it would have if I knew you a little deeper.
And so how do you go about knowing them deeper to where you would feel like it's not empty?
You do human shit. You go out to eat, you live life. Like the whole client, like songwriter, client, artist, the whole business of it kind of fucks up the art, in my opinion. Now there's some people that can, like, labels. I'm gonna put you with this producer, this artist. You might make something cool, but it's lacking in energy, like a natural energy.
Elaborate on that. Like, what is that natural energy? How do you? How does the business fuck it up?
It's the natural energy is, it lacks a formula. It's kind of like nature. A tree can grow a million different ways because it's natural, but you know how you have like fake plants who each leaf is
perfectly curated.
Perfect. And I think that's what labels do, or that's what the system tries to do, is whatever hot.
So if I'm being a dickhead, right, being annoying, right,
for sure,
a lot of people fuck with fake plants.
Yeah, you're right. What I'm saying? You're right.
Fake plants look good and they don't die.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Wow. Damn. Shot my idea. But
it's just
nah, it makes sense.
Real nigga shit. Like,
yeah,
I feel you on that. But there's a fake plant industry.
Literally. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I like plants. I like plants that die. I like plants that turn brown and I have to water. I personally like that.
Yeah.
You gotta find what you fuck with.
Yeah.
I don't speak for everybody. I can only speak from my point of view. You may like it, you may not.
But back to, how does the business fuck it up?
So yeah, I go back on that. It doesn't fuck it up. It's just, that's just the fake plant, and it is what it is. Yeah, and I guess the experience. I like the experience of watching a plant grow and die over time. There's no real. It wears off after a while. The fake plant wears off, where you might go get a new fake plant because you're tired of looking at the old one. But goes down to experience. Yeah.
What are you excited about right now?
It's kind of funny, like everything, I guess you could say, outside of what we're doing. Like we're doing so well and progressing rapidly in what we're doing. I'm excited for the bus rides to New York, the plane rides, the dinners, the trips, just being around y'all, being around my family, like going back to the experience. The artists that I work with and will be working with, getting to have 4 or 5 hour talks. That's what I'm excited about. The studio is just walls, equipment, mics, bro. We make it what it is, and I'm excited to meet more people like us. That's what fuels me. Like, I'm getting hot just talking about it. Like, I can't wait for the conversations, bro. That's material for the writing, as well as just a testament to how, I measure my success off the level of conversation I'm able to have. And yeah, I can't wait for each and every one of those conversations.
That's what you're excited about. How do you implement that? How do you recreate that in this present moment? What are things that you can literally do after we shut this camera off that resembles that excitement you have, that vision?
Like you said, being present on the bus, talking to the bus driver, maybe talking to somebody on the bus, grocery store, and acknowledging people. You talking at the the joint you just went to, like people not acknowledging you. And I noticed we were talking about people not smiling and people not feeling comfortable looking you in your eyes.
Head in their phone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's something I can do and will do is acknowledge people, man. That's where the true art is. Whatever, music, just art in general. That's where the authenticity, the realness is. Looking you in your eyes and saying, like, seeing another human. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
How does it feel when people don't engage or acknowledge you?
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm okay with it because it spares me of saying something stupid, possibly. And then other times, I want the interaction. I want to feel like I did when I was a kid, where we were just playing outside. You know, no electronics. You know, just outside. No distractions. I'm like, damn, I really want to have a conversation, but you're on your phone. So if I say, you know, what's up or hi, I could possibly be annoying you or disrupting what you have going on. So yeah, it could go either way, but I'm working on leaning towards the interaction side. Yeah.
What is something that you wish that other people that are songwriters and people that have the same interests as you, what do you want to see more of from people that are in your craft?
Great question.
Fucked you up with that one. No cap. Really do this shit, bro.
Nah, you really do.
Yeah.
I think more collaboration
among songwriters or artists or producers. What do you mean by that?
I would say collaboration. Yeah, collaboration is too small. I'd like to see more writers welcome life, and what I mean by that is change your routine, do something different, wear something different. Like, I think a big part of music in its own individual sector sounding the same is you're doing the same thing. Like formulaic. I don't want to hear a country song sound country or a rap song sound like, I don't want to be able to put that in a box. I want to be able to be like, I love this. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it, but this is cool.
Do you think that's realistic to have that reaction frequently?
No. I'm gonna contradict myself. Then again, I love to hear a traditional R&B song.
Right.
It's like,
we have genres for a reason.
Yeah. And then some days I'm like, we have rules so we can break them.
But let's be clear though. Words have meanings. I said we have genres for a reason.
Yeah.
Rules is different from genres.
How so?
Genre is just what we classify a song as. That's not rules, because there's a lot of different types of rap and hip hop. There's a lot of different types of R&B.
So wouldn't
look at it like this.
Yeah.
Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Big Sean, are all rappers. Yeah. They all have very distinct sounds. True. Bryson Tiller, Party Next Door, Chris Brown, all have different types of R&B sounds. Very distinct. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? So, based off of what I'm saying, I'm saying this is genre. It's not rules, bro. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of wiggle room. Tory Lanez, very distinct sound. That's R&B, bro. Yeah. There's no rules. I say that all the time. You feel me? I'm asking you, like, is there anything wrong with genres? And you interpret it as rules. Now, I think you're going somewhere. I think that's a separate point that we can talk about as far as the rules. But it's like, okay, for example, what is rules? What are examples of rules that we follow?
Say more so guidelines. Like I'm gonna stand on it. Like I think to make a jazz record, you're gonna use certain chords. To make rap, you're gonna be a little bit, again, there are different styles, but to the styles, you might be a little abrasive versus a little laid back. You had just asked me a question.
What are rules? What are examples of rules?
Like tempo, instrument use, like what instruments you use. 808 versus a traditional kick drum. Now they're not like stone, they're not set in stone, but especially back then, using these instruments, using these pockets, these words, usually meant I could throw this on a country chart, I could throw this on a pop chart. But now I'm seeing more of mixing in. I like this instrument in this instrument, even though they may not go together or may be classified in the same thing, which is good. I think it's progressive. It opens doors to new ideas. So,
but with the framing you're using, my perspective, my response to that is innovative, progressive. At any given moment, there's always people that are doing what you're talking about. The way you're saying it is as if it doesn't happen often.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's always someone doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And it's that. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
I might have framed it wild. It is happening.
And that's also what you like. Yeah. That's what you like to see.
Yeah.
But genres are just there to classify it for someone to be like, this is what I'm talking about. If there's no classification, if there's no sort of rules, how the fuck would you even be able to say that this is different or unique?
Yeah. Good point.
You see what I'm saying?
Good point. Yeah.
So it's like for you to have business that fucks up with the art, you have to have structure in order for you to acknowledge something that is unorthodox.
Yeah. Nah, that was a good point.
Like you literally need both sides in order for whatever you like to exist. There's some people that I'm in music for money and this is a business for me. I don't give a fuck about art. Well, we need people like that in order to make money off of music.
Right.
Because if there was nobody that like me that cares about the intersection between business and creativity, it would just be all free for all. Niggas can't do it for a living.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now I'm not on that far on the end of the spectrum. I'm in the middle, but at the same time, it's like I'm not on either extreme.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good to have a different perspective too,
100%.
from the other side.
100%. And I feel like I'm a very good person to have with my perspective because I can see it from both sides, and I like asking you, impressing you in this way, just for you to understand. Like, bruh, you like what you like, but you don't have to look at it from just your perspective. Bro. Like it's you need the other perspectives in order for yours to exist.
Clip.
And fool, people watching this right now, bro, like you're like how you look at things is just how you look at things. But in order for you to have those interests and desires and like in the things you like, other things that you don't like have to exist, bruh. And if your viewpoint on everything that you don't like and what you're not interested in is fuck this or that's wrong, you're wasting so much mental bandwidth, bro, that's gonna prevent you from liking or admiring other things or trying experimenting with other things, bruh. It's so much that the world has to offer for us to just be like, nah, I only fuck with rap shit, I only fuck with R&B shit, I don't fuck with no country shit. Listen to a fucking country song, and even if you don't like it, fool, like you might find a song. There's plenty of one song, like there's plenty of artists where I just like one song, but I'm glad I might like that one song because then I can have a conversation with Jeff. Hey fool, bruh, he Jah like has this one song. Then you're like, you know his catalog, so you're like, I know another song that you might like, and next thing you know, we go into a show of some alias country nigga that I would have never listened to before.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person, I'm not really a fan of any particular artist. I like the songs I like type shit. Nast and Thana are really the only people where it's like, oh, I like your catalog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But there's rarely any artists, even every artist I work with, it's really never been a thing of like, I like everything. There's no one like that for me. I like a lot of different flavors. Like I go through so many moods throughout the day where it's like, bro, I can't have a favorite artist. Like,
it's mood by mood.
Yeah, bro. Like what I'm on, the frequency for real. What frequency am I on? Am I on the low vibrational frequency? Because I got some 3D, 2D artists that I like, and then I like 5D artists. I like 4D artists. You know what I'm saying? I want to
be talked to
exactly in that moment.
Yeah, you know who can express what I'm feeling the best.
Exactly.
And that's how you get fans. That's how you get the crowd that you think you want. It's being able to speak for those who cannot speak themselves.
I think that's part of it, and then there's also just people that resonate with it. Because I can speak for myself, but it's like there's Nas can speak to what I am thinking about, or he can tell his story, and I can be like, wow, that's a nice story.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't have to be feeling what he's going through in order to fuck with
acknowledge.
You see what I'm saying? It's actually art. That's the whole fucking point. Is that it's art, bro. You can admire it. You can resonate with it. There's so many ways that you can interact with it. But it doesn't always have to be what we're saying is to find your core audience. Niggas have to feel you and no, they can just be like, that's cool. I like your RDI brand. Real deal individual. That sounds nice. That's a vibe.
Right.
For me, it's deeper than that. But to some people, it's like, oh no, that's some cool shit. You know?
I never thought about it not being as like
hardcore, tatted on my sleeve, on my arm. You know? No, bruh. Everything is not that deep. I like Starbucks, but I'm not dying over Starbucks. I'm not posting about it every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? I love what I do, but every day I'm not all... You know what I'm saying?
Bucks.
You feel me?
Yeah, and I think that's something I can work on too. Going back to that, like earlier question is, you know, don't always have to be super deep and conscious all the time. Like, there's different moods, there's different sounds that cater to different moods, and it's all it is what it is. Yeah.
I'm done.
Me too. Good. Good video.